Welcome to Football Friday Night. It's the postseason round 1 edition. 11 of our teams got a first round bye, but the other 15 that made the playoffs are in action tonight.
That includes Lima Senior in Division II. The Spartans come in having won 6 straight.
6 straight, and Tony, a Toledo City League championship. Now their opponent today, Aiken out of Cincinnati. They played one time in their history, 1966. A 28-0 Spartans win. The Aiken Falcons. Here we go. Lima Senior already up 6-0. Janice Hall takes a snap, follows his blockers, untouched into the end zone after the missed 2-point. It's 12-0. Here they are again in scoring range. Hall throws it up to the outside to Caden Taylor. Doesn't run, he throws it, and he finds Jeff Williams wide open in the back of the end zone. It's a little dance as well, why not? Now at the Aiken 15-yard line, Hall gives it a second, throws to Jermaine Maxwell on the slant route, and nobody is around him as he adds another 8 points to that total. All of a sudden, it's already 26-6. Spartans found plenty of success in the red zone today. Hall decides he wants another one, takes it himself to the outside, slips away from a tackle just inside the pylon. Now they show us they can do it on both sides of the ball. The Spartans get some pressure on the QB. Kalen Law jumps the route. That's an interception. And on the ensuing drive, Hall will drop back and find Maxwell again. He'll break a tackle, spin away from another defender, and reach his destination. Spartans will take the Falcons candy tonight. 62-20 is your final. They hit the road next week against Trotwood Madison.
Halloween joke, I get it.
There you go, Tony.
To Division III, we stay in town. Shawnee is back in the playoffs for the first time since 2021. The 7-3 Indians take on the Holy Name Green Wave from Parma Heights. Shawnee has the ball for the first series of the game. Dalton Hobson takes it in. The extra point is no good. The Indians now lead 6-0. All right, late in third, Indians have the ball again. Isaac Meeks will find his way past the goal line. Shawnee wins 19-10. They'll rematch the undefeated WBO champion, Wapakoneta, next Friday.
To Grand Lake Health Field we go. The St. Mary's Rough Riders on a 5-game winning streak heading into their home matchup with Copley. The Copley Indians out of West Akron. Mid-first quarter we go. Riders trail 7-0. Aiden Meinerding play action. Looks down the middle of the field. Luke Ramel behind everybody, 29 yards. We're tied up at 7. Late first quarter now, Riders trail 14-7. It's deja vu all over again. Meinerding pump fake. And guess who's waiting behind the defense? Ramel, 30 yards this time, 14 all. Now the Rough Riders now down 21-14 in the third. Fourth down, they're lined up for a long field goal. Psych, Ramel throws to John Youngs. He's got a block and scores, but there's a flag. It's called back. And something I've never seen before in 11-plus years of covering high school football. The referees say the holder's knee was down, so he blew the play dead. Head coach Bo Fry there telling him that's not right. So they would check the rule books under the goalpost for 15 minutes or so, eventually saying it was an errant whistle. They give St. Mary's the ball at the 10-yard line. They get a field goal instead of a touchdown. Would it come back to haunt them? Here we go, fourth quarter. Copley up 28-17. Riders respond. Meinerding to Dylan Fink. The junior converts the 20-yard score. A missed 2-point has it 28-23. Riders get the ball back, driving down the field. 5 minutes to play, and you know he was due for one of these. Caleb Schmidt, 24 yards to pay dirt. Another missed 2-point conversion has St. Mary's up 29-28. Now they would force a turnover on downs and go right back to Schmidt. 15 yards to the house, and that would be enough. Rough Riders win a thriller, 36-34. Next up, Medina Buckeye next Friday night. Division 5 we go. Liberty Benton at home against the Delta Panthers. Now LB is coming in having won every single game this season. The undisputed Blanchard Valley Conference champ on their way to the Northern Lakes League. Already up 14-0 here. Connor Barbara keeps it himself to the outside, showing the speed down the sidelines. 44 yards. It's 21-0. LB going to the air now in the second quarter. Barbara looking deep, finds Carson Griffin, who hauls it in. Just like that, it's 28-0. Then on the next drive, just all Barbara tonight, as we would expect, fighting his way for another score here. Eagles roll 49-13. They now prepare for Creston Norway. All right, it's time for our first break. Coming up to Division 6 and 7, BBC, MAC, NWC highlights, 6-7.
6-7.
We'll be right back.
You're watching Football Friday Night!
Welcome back to Football Friday Night. We now turn our attention to Division 7. We turn our attention back to the Blanchard Valley Conference as well, but more importantly, we turn our attention to Dwayne Scott. Dwayne.
Yes, Adam. 2 BVC foes reunite on the gridiron tonight. Pandora Gilboa hosting Arlington in our Spotlight Game of the Week.
Tonight's Football Friday Night Spotlight game is brought to you by Norada Lanes.
The Rockets won at Arlington earlier this season, 24-14, while the Red Devils seek their first win against PG since 2020. We pick up action after halftime. PG up 21-14. Corey Gurdon loads up for the deep ball into the hands of Chase Meyer. The senior reaches the end zone for the 60-yard touchdown. Rockets now lead 28-14. Same score, Rockets with the ball again, but it's the Arlington defense blowing up the play. 3 Red Devils involved in the play for the sack. Arlington still trails by 2 scores. But that didn't stop the Rockets. On the ensuing play, Gurdon to Braden first, and watch this catch, guys, for the touchdown. Rockets continue to roll on offense. The score is now 35-14 as the Rockets score 4 touchdowns in the second half as they go on to win 42-20. They will now face North Baltimore next Friday.
All right, Minster opens up their postseason on the road against Lehman Catholic. The last time both teams squared off was almost 9 years ago in the same opening round of the playoffs. The Wildcats have a 7-3 record versus the Cavs since 2005. We pick it up in the second half. Lehman Catholic is up by 2. Turner Lachey breaks the plane for the 1-yard score. The following 2-point conversion is good. The Cavs go up by 10. Minster responds right away. Karsten Kaler is trying to find a target. He hits his fellow sophomore teammate, Brennan Halpin, in stride, and Halpin takes it into the end zone for the 37-yard score. Wildcats pull within 3. All right, later in the game, Minster trails 36-27. Wildcats are on the move. Tyler Bergman receives it. The junior has some open space. Guys, is he going all the way? What do you think?
Nope.
Dwayne?
I think he is.
And you are right. He is going all the way. Just like that, Minster now trails 36-34. But the Cavs have a response for everything tonight. Lachey to John Farrell. Lehman Catholic edges out Minster 50-48. They will travel to Maria Stein to take on the undefeated Marion Local Flyers in Week 12.
Tony dressed up as a game show host tonight. New Bremen hit the road at the Ansonia Tigers. Cardinals win 36-8. They will now get ready for a rematch with St. Henry. Fort Recovery against a Cincinnati College Prep team that hadn't allowed a point in 3 straight weeks. Well, they did tonight. Indians win 34-8 and now face Beaver Eastern in the second round.
Over to Division 6, the Anna Rockets have won 4 of their last 5 games entering Week 11. They took on the 5-5 Deer Park Wildcats from Cincinnati. In the first quarter, Rockets strike first. Logan Ziegenbusch takes it himself. The sophomore scores from 10 yards out. Anna now leads 7-0. All right, this game's now tied up at 7. The Rockets put the pressure on the Wildcats. Nolan Wilt comes up with a sack. Nicole Mack, Defensive Player of the Year, forces a 3-and-out. In the second quarter, Rockets are up 13-7. Here's a handoff to TJ Roberts. The junior picks up a first down and more. Anna is now set up in the red zone. And a few plays later, it's Roberts who punches it in for the 3-yard score. Anna goes up 20-7. And they continue to add on. Zed Plyman takes the pitch, and the senior takes off from here. That's a 48-yard run by Plyman. The Rockets win 54-15. They will face Mechanicsburg in Week 12.
8-2, Bluffton dropped a tough one last week on the road against Columbus Grove. Tonight, they start their postseason at home against another 8-2 team, Western Reserve. In the first quarter, Bluffton with the ball. Robbie Taylor takes the handoff for a nice 10-yard gain for the first down. However, the Pirates' opening drive would end with a fumble. Still zeros on the board in the first quarter. Kaiser Young comes in like a wrecking ball for the sack. You guys get that reference? Loss of 5 yards right there on the play. That now takes us to the second quarter, with the Pirates now down 8-0, with Parker Lavelle crossing the goal line for 6. And after the made extra point, Bluffton will now trail 8-7. Now, the Blue Devils take over. Taylor makes another play, this time on defense. He gets the house call on the INT. But the Pirates will go down in heartbreak tonight, falling 36-31, ending their season at 8-3.
And Dwayne dressed as a comedian tonight. All right, coming up, we'll continue in Division 6, including the D6 reigning state champion Coldwater Cavaliers. Highlights and scores straight ahead. Welcome back to Football Friday Night. We're wrapping up Week 1 of the postseason with the D6 defending state champions.
The Coldwater Cavaliers are back at Cavalier Stadium on their quest for a repeat.
Standing in their way in this opening round, 5-5 Covington. The Bucks Both teams do share a loss to New Bremen this season. Coldwater and Covington, they're meeting for their 4th time in their history, with the Cavaliers taking all 3 against the Bucks. Leading up to this, we kick things off with a 1-yard rush from Derek Dews, putting the Cavs on the board first 7-0 in the first minutes of the half. 3 plays later, Bucks try and take it to the air, but the ball is picked off by Caleb Schreier. He's eventually brought down around the 20-yard line, and that would set up the quarterback Carson Holman. The QB keeper up the gut to find pay dirt. His first score of the night is 13-0 after the missed PAT. Back-to-back interceptions. This time, Max Ross has these sticky fingers, setting up Carson Holman for his 2nd touchdown of the night incoming here. It'll make it 20-0 Cavaliers at that point. No contest here, 48-0. Next up, 9-1 St. Bernard Elmwood Place.
In Division 6, Patrick Henry against the Cary Blue Devils. Now, Patrick Henry pulling out some highlight plays. Tristan Rosebrook to Reed Krager. Nice catch on the play right there, but the Patriots stall out. Now heading into under a minute and a half, still scoreless. Patrick Henry clogged up the middle, but Dash Puckett showing why you play till the whistle blows.
Great name.
But Cary would take down Patrick Henry 16-7 on the road.
Fairview beat Tenora 49-28 back on September 19th, and the Apaches took down the Rams for the 2nd time this season by a final of 42-6.
And the Dodgers win 3-1. They will force a Game 7 in the World Series. Cavaliers lost to the Raptors 112-101. Sorry, Dwayne. And that will do it for the first playoff edition of Football Friday Night. Tune in tomorrow. Regional final volleyball, girls soccer postseason, state championship cross country as well. Highlights and scores from all over Ohio. For Tony Quach and Dwayne Scott, I'm Adam Solomon. We will see you next Friday night.